D-Lo for a box. Shout out to the LDBC. Hey, shout out to Marlon the corner, Trey X. Shout out to everybody that was on the panel on the corner. Will be chopped it up during the fight. Hey, listen, Mikey Garcia and Errol Spence just went down. Okay, I've been saying, and so has everyone with common sense, everyone with a level head, and ain't using that ain't making picks with their heart. Been saying that Mikey was gonna be up against him. You know what I'm saying? All this nonsense about I see something there, Errol Spence. Anybody who saw that fight, did y'all see anything that Mikey thought he saw? And even if he did see it, was he able to take advantage of it? No. And that's exactly what was going on, what was being said prior to the fight. Okay, the fight goes on. You get Mikey out there reaching and Errol Spence teaching. Too much length, too much range, too much skill, too much ability, too much power, just too much size. Everything that Errol Spence appeared to be prior to the fight, he was in the fight. Everything that Mikey was prior to the fight, he was in the fight. I always said, say what they want to say about Mikey. Mikey is slow. He's slow-footed, and he throws slow punches. And the night Mikey was slow as time was in 1942, and every bit of the action was pretty much dictated by Errol Spence. Errol Spence put on a virtuoso performance and dominated Mikey Garcia like I expected. The only thing that I will say is Mikey survived without running a whole lot. I had said originally that the only way Mikey makes it 12 is if he runs. And I will say that Mikey didn't run. He done a good job protecting himself. He done a good job being defensively responsible in there. But Mikey never landed. I think the most punches Mikey landed in a round may have been like 7 punches in a round. And maybe he might have got more than that at one point. But Mikey was doing very little offensively. Errol was just too much for him. And just like his brother and his daddy told him when he first started calling out Errol Spence, they said that's not a good fight for him, and it showed when it went down. All that stuff about that fake confidence and all that. I made a video a few weeks ago. I said I don't believe them. I don't believe that they're confident. I don't believe that they think that suddenly Mikey's headed gonna go in there and do good. I just didn't believe that then. I don't believe it now. And that's the fight. As I watched the fight unfold, I reverted back to what I thought it was going to happen. It was just like the Garcia thought. It was too much for Mikey. And that's just all it is to it. You know what I'm saying? And if we want to give Mikey a moral victory by saying he went 12, then hey, congratulations, Mikey Garcia. You went 12 rounds with Errol Spence. You weren't the first to do it. You may be the best fighter who was going 12 with him. But, he was utterly dominated. Errol Spence, Errol Spence got busy. Errol Spence got busy. A couple times he had Mikey hurt bad in there, and he let Mikey off the hook. Mikey did a great job surviving. I give Mikey credit for doing what he had to do to survive. But at the end of the day, Mikey was dominated. The scores were 120 to 108 on two of the judges' scorecards. The other judge was 120, 107, where he actually gave Errol a 10-8 round without him actually knocking Mikey down. That's just how dominant some of the later rounds were. There were points in there that the ref could have jumped in and stopped the fight, but the ref actually kind of stayed out of the action. And I think the ref was kind of like, if the corner's not going to stop it, I'm not going to stop it. Robert Garcia did think about stopping the fight, I think around round 9, and Mikey asked him for another round. And he went out and done a little bit better, but the reality is that the reality is that Mikey done just enough to keep them from stopping the fight. And Errol would take his foot off the gas just enough to allow Mikey to make it back to the corner without getting stopped. But you know, that said, I credit Mikey. You know, it was Mikey's job. It was Errol's job to get the stoppage. If he dominated like that, he didn't do it. Mikey had something to do with that. So I give Mikey his credit. But like I said from jump, there was nothing that I saw. And I've watched a lot of Mikey's fights. I watched a lot of Errol Spence fights. There was nothing I saw that showed me that Mikey could make a competitive fight against Errol Spence. And I'm here to tell you, there was nothing competitive about this fight whatsoever. But I'm going to get out of here, get back to listening to Trey X on the corner. They're doing a little trivia tonight. Let me get in there and see if I can win this little $50. Shout out to the LDBC. Shout out to my subscribers. You have subscribed to the channel. Please subscribe. Hit that bell icon. Drop a comment in the comment section. Hit that like button for me. B144 Boxing. I'm out. Peace.